And Attorney Steve Vondran here with you. This video we're talking about wrongful interference with contract in the state of Arizona. This video is general legal information, should not be relied upon as legal advice. I am Attorney Steve, licensed to practice law in California and Arizona. This video, as I mentioned, we are talking about competition. In the state of Arizona, as well as any other state in the United States, we promote competition. We want two companies duking it out, trying to get the lowest price, trying to get the most goods and products to service, the products and services to market, so that it's just a competitive environment where price is the nerve center of the economy. And so we love competition and beating each other up on price. Now, but there's a line to be drawn. Once you go too far, when you have two parties with a contract, and you interfere for improper motives, improper reasons, the law in Arizona could deem it to be tortious. And if you cause damages, you could be liable for those damages. So let's talk real quick what the law is. This is a basic legal overview, okay? In Arizona, the courts are going to look to the second Restatement of Torts. That's the second Restatement of Torts, Section 766, which describes what wrongful interference with a contract is in the state of Arizona. I'm going to read it to you right here, law up my sleeve. Attorney Steve, law up my sleeve. Okay. Section 766 describes the claim for tortious interference with contractual relations as follows. One who intentionally and improperly interferes with the performance of a contract except a contract to marry. You can go ahead and interfere with those, apparently. You may even do your friend some good there. Between another and a third person by inducing or otherwise causing the third person not to perform the contract is subject to liability to the other for the pecuniary loss resulting to the other from the failure of the third person to perform the contract. There you have it. Okay? Section 767 of torts, Restatement of Torts. Okay, so that's what the courts are going to look at as a guide, that intentional, wrongful, improper interference. But just what does that mean? Just what does it mean? As everything in law, there's this gray area. Okay, this is where you may need to hire or retain civil counsel like myself for your business and real estate matters before you engage in activity that's going to get you in trouble. Or you call us after you're involved in a lawsuit, or if you want to file a lawsuit. That's what we do as civil litigators. We represent your interests in going forward and making the argument that it's fair competition or across the line. Now, what are some of the factors the Arizona courts are going to look at when they're trying to make this determination of what is improper? Remember, I read the definition, one who intentionally and improperly interferes. So the courts need to figure out what improperly means. Let's talk real quick. First of all, I'll tell you there's several factors the courts are going to look at, okay? And this is a weighing process. This is what the courts do. They try to figure out what's fair, what's not. And so they have a 6-7 factor test that's going to help them make that determination. Here's a couple things they'll look at. The nature of the actor's conduct, number 1. 2, the actor's motive. Why are they doing this? 3, the interests of others with the actor's conduct interferes. So the interests of others with which the actor's conduct interferes. 4, the interests sought to be advanced by the actor. The interests sought to be advanced. Why are they doing this? What are they trying to do? What does it advance? 5, the social interests in protecting the freedom of action of the actor and the contractual interests of the other. So it's sort of a balancing. What are the socially, is this something we should encourage? Is this something that should be prohibited? What is it? So weighing these factors. 6, the proximity or remoteness of the actor's conduct to the interference. And 7, the relations between the parties. So that's just a general guideline, general overview of what wrongful interference is in Arizona. How are the courts going to look at it? How do they analyze that to figure out if your conduct has crossed the line from proper competition, fair, reasonable, to tortious, wrong, needs to be prohibited, discouraged, and you may need to pay damages for the damages that you've caused. So this is Attorney Steve. This is a general legal overview. If you have contractual or business disputes, you need a civil litigation attorney, somebody you can talk to who's personal and can help you assert your claims in a court of law and raise your defenses, make your arguments, AttorneySteve.net's the place to find me. That's AttorneySteve.net. Or you can call 877-276-5084. We'll see you again. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching. If you like our channel, by the way, hit subscribe, hit a little thumbs up, share it with your friends. Have a great day.